Hello, everyone. Welcome to Adobe Live, and welcome to a very exciting stream today. My name is Jacob, or better known as by Jacob Harris. And I'm very excited to have the Justine Kirkman on the show today. Hello,
Hi,
welcome.
thank you.
Justine, you want to let people know about yourself, people that may not be familiar with your work?
Of course. Hi, I'm Justine, and I am Winnie Weston. So I go by Winnie Weston or Justine. But I create art that is bold and vibrant. I was obsessed with Barbie when I was younger, and so to create art that's similar to that is pretty much what I do. But I also do content creation as well. And I just flipped to show you guys
Yeah.
just some of my work. Hold on, give me
You're juggling
one.
all the balls when it comes to the content,
I
illustration, design.
am. I am. Oh my goodness. Oh,
It's
hold
a
on.
tough
Let me
run.
see. It is. Let me see if I can move whatever that bar is.
Oh, you're
Do you
good.
see
I
that
don't see
bar?
it on we don't see it on
Okay.
our end, so you're good to
Okay,
go.
perfect.
Yeah, yeah.
So this is me, Winnie Weston, and again, I like creating colorful art. That's just like what I like to do, but I also like to share a lot of my life.
So cool.
So yeah, just fashion, beauty, and hair. But I also like to talk about my dog as well. So that's kind of like what we'll be doing today.
I
And I
love
actually
that.
had him, but he like ran away somewhere. So
Oh, fair. That's always how it goes. As soon as they're like, "Okay, I'm ready for my shot," it's camera shy, radio
I
silence.
know.
It's
Matter of
insane.
fact, hold on. I think I can find
You
him.
gonna grab? Oh, there he is. Oh my gosh,
So this is Tyrion Adonis, and
so
he just
cute.
yes, I thank you so much. Tyrion based on Game of Thrones Tyrion because
Nice,
we love Game of Thrones over here and we love that
nice.
character. So I wanted to when we first got Tyrion a year ago. I wanted to just create a social media platform for him just because he's so cute.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so I decided to do that. And because of that, I want to make sure that I have a portfolio for him. So if brands do reach out, we can send, or he's not doing
Yeah,
anything, but
yeah.
I
Maybe.
can.
Yeah.
Maybe he does have pause, but I can send over just a little bit more about him. So that's what I wanted to create today. I'll be using a little bit of Firefly to change up an image or two,
Mhm.
and then I'll be using Express mainly to create the portfolio.
So amazing. And it looks like we already have some people in chat saying hello. We have Cody saying
Hi,
hi, and
hi, Cody.
Faxing27 saying Game of Thrones all day. We have Game of Thrones fans in chat. Also, I'm curious. I think I know the answer, but before we jump
Yes,
into it, I want to know, are you a cat person, a dog person? Do you like them both? Do you have a preference? Yeah.
me
Yeah.
personally.
I'm putting you on the spot right now.
Ooh, you are. And no offense to the cat people, but I do love a dog.
Yeah, yeah. That's fair. I figured you have a dog. It makes
Dog.
sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I do, no offense to the cat people. The cat people are also awesome as well. So,
I'm both. I'm objectively both. I've got two and a big
okay.
dog, and they rough each other up all the time. No, no pun intended,
Really?
but
They're right. They coexist very well.
they
That's
do. Yeah,
great.
yeah. I'm curious
Oh,
to hear
I
anyone
love
in
that.
chat if you're a cat or dog person, since we're doing a dog
Yes.
portfolio today. And what a funny time that we're like in, where this is very relevant. Like if you were to try to explain to someone in like 2002, like, oh yeah, I'm making a portfolio for my dog,
They'd
like.
be like, what? Like, what are you doing?
So funny. But I'll stop cutting you off. I'd love to see where we start with this. It looks like we're starting in Adobe Express, right?
Yes, so we are. I like to just go. I feel like Adobe Express has so many great templates,
Mm-hmm.
and why not use them and go through them? So for fun, I just sit and I'm just like always going through the templates. But I wanted to start off by looking for a creator portfolio.
Love it.
Let me spell it right. Let's do that. Because I want to see kind of like what I want to do because he is a dog. He's not going to have like a full blown portfolio like maybe I do, but I do want
Oh,
him
this
to
already
have a
looks
little
awesome.
bit of something. Yeah, I want him to have a little bit of something. So I clicked something that looked interesting to me, like
Mm-hmm.
with the bold font and the color. But I think I do want to have like more of a landscape type of portfolio. So I'm
Oh,
attracted to
interesting.
these down here.
What is the, if you don't mind me asking for the chat,
Yeah.
what is the advantages to having landscape versus like a vertical portfolio, or is it kind of just like a use case?
I do feel like it is a used case. For me, I do prefer horizontal because
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you can share or show a lot more as far as video and images, which is what you kind of want to let the brand or whoever you're sending the portfolio to see.
Mm-hmm.
I do feel vertical, there's only so much that you can do.
Right.
So I do prefer like the horizontal way.
That makes sense. I mean, and I think
Yeah.
that like, you know, even though we're in a kind of like a vertical world, if that makes sense, like with
Yes.
TikTok and Instagram, that like these traditional portfolios are still very, very valuable, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I agree with you on that. I do. And I always feel like this, you can always go back
Mm-hmm.
and decide to have maybe two versions of it. Or I also think because we're so used to vertical now, it is cool to go back to horizontal. It's
Right.
like it's breaking the pattern in our
Mm-hmm.
brain now, because I'm so used to like just, vertical.
It
So
almost makes it stick out a little bit more, like makes it a bit more unique than what you would be used to. Like I say used
it
to, it's like the
does.
circle, right?
Yeah, exactly, exactly. I'm like, oh
Also,
my God.
we have a poll in the chat thanks to Cody of dog people versus cat people, which I think is hilarious, and some pretty some pretty strong feelings. I have a couple cat people on Behance,
Okay.
couple dog people. Murad's a cat person. Pearly Cream
I
Cheese, a
love it.
regular, says my fabulously smart cat uses the extra toilet in my laundry room, which is
Oh my
crazy.
gosh. That is crazy. I will say I do like that about a cat. They are very
Mm-hmm.
self-sufficient.
They
They
are.
they're like, please don't bother me. I won't bother
Yeah.
you. While a dog, he's like he will whine and let us know
Yeah.
when he needs to go potty. So I'm like, okay.
Definitely.
I think I want to go with this portfolio right here.
Great.
I just like the colors, but I do think I'm going to change that.
Mm-hmm.
And I do love that I can change it. But I love how they are the template already is bringing out the different projects, and
Mm-hmm.
that is what I want to do to showcase the different things that he's already done because he's already worked with a couple of brands so far. So I want to be able to do that. So I'm gonna
Oh, so like
start.
this is real. He has worked with brands before.
Yes.
Really? What? We didn't talk about that before we went live. That's crazy.
Look.
Wait, who's he worked with? That's awesome.
Yes. So he's been able to work with Dog is Human. He's worked with
Wow.
Pet Lab Co. Yes.
Wow. So this is a we're working with a movie star right now.
Yes. I mean, your words. That's
That's
your words.
awesome. Wow.
Yes.
So this is
So
like this is not just for fun. There is like a practical. That's funny.
yeah,
That's
it's
awesome.
very practical. I'm like, no, I really need to do this.
Yeah. Hey, look what he's
So
done. Look at what my son has done.
look, okay, he's growing, and his mama is always going to take care of him. So of course I was like,
Absolutely.
you need a portfolio. I think I do want to change the background. I love this background, but I do want to just update it a little bit. So I'm
Sounds
just gonna
great. Also, Cody gave me some feedback that your mic is a little quiet. Not on you. It's on
me.
me. It's on me.
Okay.
So Cody, just let me know if that's working. If that sounds a little bit better. And yeah, hopefully we can get
Okay.
that figured out.
Of course. In the meantime, I do love the fact that with Adobe Express, they already have a great template background, but I love that they also give you the option to replace the
Mm-hmm.
background. And it just fits in perfectly. So I think I want to do that. Um, I do like the screen one that I've been thinking about because I've been playing around with creating his portfolio. Um, so I do like that.
Mm-hmm.
But let's see what other things I might like. Let's go into the featured tab and see what it's looking like.
Looks like there's a lot of different elements in Express that
Yes,
can kind of aid to getting out of these like creative blocks, which is really nice because I feel like I always get stuck in the
same.
like, I don't know, the weeds of like trying to figure out the vibes of like, oh, I like all these things. How do I combine all these elements?
Yes, I know. I do feel that same way too.
Mm-hmm.
There are times like as a creative, you're just like, okay, how do I even start? Like, where do I even start at? And I do like the fact that Adobe Express, they give you so many different options to kind of spark your brain, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of liking the green here, but maybe I want pause. So I'm going to look up background pause and they'll show me different, pause of a
Love it.
dog that I might want to work with, or maybe I want a bone. I don't
Oh, that's really
know.
cute.
Isn't that so cute?
That's really nice. I like the
It's like
color.
really nice. I do too. I did like the green, but I do feel like it was a little too dark and but I like the color of
Mm-hmm.
this and I like the bones. So I think we might stick with this. But there are so many options that I can pick from, which I really do love. So,
Mm-hmm.
but we're gonna stick with the bones for right now because he does love a bone.
Hopefully, the dog way, right? You know.
Yes, exactly, the dog way. And so I'm just going to go and upload just an image of him that I might like for his little intro. And I might actually have one already uploaded. Let's see.
Yeah, I was about to say he's definitely quite the poser. He
Isn't
smiles for the
he?
camera. He's very cute.
Isn't he? He is so cute. He's such a great happy dog. He
How
like
old is he?
Oh, so he just turned one April
Wow.
13th.
So he's a puppy.
Yes. He's a puppy. He's still a puppy. He's a little puppy and he acts like a puppy.
That's funny.
He
That's very
acts like a
funny.
puppy. Yes, he does act like a puppy. So I'm going to remove the background to just have him.
So easy. It was so
Oh,
fast.
and that's what I love about Adobe Express because honestly, we don't have time.
Mm-hmm. I'm
And sometimes you do
embarrassed.
have time, but sometimes you don't.
I'm embarrassed to say how little I open up Photoshop anymore because of Adobe Express.
Oh, I know. Oh my gosh,
It's
me
so good.
too. I'm like, oh, the young Justine who struggled in Adobe Photoshop is like living for Express. Like,
Mm-hmm.
granted, it's always good to have both, but there's something so nice about Adobe Express. So
I
I'm just
have to
gonna,
agree.
yeah.
While you're setting
Got
up
my-
some of this layout, I actually have a question
Mhm.
from you or for you from
Yeah,
Othman. We'll just go Othman. I don't know if I can pronounce his last name or her last name. I apologize.
yeah.
But they're asking, do you have another way to defeat creative block?
Oh my
It's a hard
gosh.
question.
It is a hard question, and I will say this. My way might not be the most,
Fair.
it's like, but I will say for me with creative block, I do try to not force it.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I'm in that moment, I'm kind of like, okay, let me do things that are not so creative where I'm doing it, but
Right.
I'm watching another creative. So I like to listen to certain music. I like to go for walks in the nature. I like to watch television and movies to kind of get me going and make
Mm-hmm.
me feel a little bit more like, okay, I'm looking at someone else's creativity, and this is um, really helping me in my process. So that's what I typically like to do. And I like to go shopping, even if I'm not buying
Yeah.
anything. I like to go into the store and just walk around, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and that's
Definitely.
it.
I
Yeah,
I
just listen
relate
to
to
music.
that very hard, especially where I'm living now. We're very lucky to have a vintage store, and a lot of my
Yes, that's cool.
influence for my artwork is almost exclusively like 70s, 80s space. Like that's the colors, the design, and I can
Hmm.
like go up to that shop, that vintage shop, and say, okay, I want to buy like a pack of like garbage pail kid cards if I wanted to, or I can go
Ooh,
and
yeah.
get like a Pokemon like poster sticker sheet or whatever, like pulling
That's
from that,
cool.
scanning that stuff in, like it really helps to kind of lock in of like, oh, this is what people were making in this era in a practical sense. So maybe I want to do some
Yeah.
stuff like this as well.
Yes, that's exactly what I like.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes there's something about going into a store and just seeing other people's creativity, not to because sometimes I know for certain people that can make them feel worse because
Mm-hmm.
then you feel like, oh, they're creative and I'm not feeling creative. But
Mm-hmm.
I kind of look at it just so differently. I look at it in a way of, oh man, that I love what they did and it just really inspired me.
Right.
So like let me see what I can do. And like for example, when I'm drawing or creating content, I'll maybe look at something from the 80s or the 90s. I'll look at a show, Living Single,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll love the dynamic of the friendship of four women having a friendship.
Right.
And that will make me just want to draw, okay, let me draw an illustration of four women.
Mm-hmm.
Or let me do if I need to do some content for a brand, let me do a girls' night with three of my close friends. And that's
Right.
kind of like the inspiration behind it. So,
It's all applicable.
that's, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like little
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that can really just help you and get you out of your own head.
Definitely. I noticed that you made some adjustments to this remove background.
I
Um, can
did.
you explain to us? And I'm so sorry that I derailed you with those questions, but can you explain to us
No,
kind of
no,
what you did there? Because
no.
that was really, really cool.
Yeah, so I did the remove background. I did have still a little bit of my husband's legs
Mm-hmm.
in the image, and so I wanted to go and just do a little bit of an erase, because it's not that much of a uh you know hindrance, I guess you
Overlap.
would
Yeah, yeah.
say. Yeah, so I wanted to just do a little bit of an erasure, if you would say, because I'm trying to play around if I want him in the red scarf or if I
Mm-hmm.
want him in the blue one. I think I'm liking the blue.
Mm-hmm.
But it is nice to know that I can just easily erase and just do the background in that way. So I think I'm gonna go with the blue. I'm liking that one.
Sweet.
So I might just delete that.
Bye bye to the old to the new one.
Bye bye. That quickly.
Yeah.
But I do like the blue, so I'm like, I like the blue on
It
blue. I
matches
feel
the
like that's
background a little bit
it
too.
does.
Yeah.
It does. It does. So I think I'm gonna stick with that. And then I want to go to the second page
Mm-hmm.
where I want to again replace the background
Mm-hmm.
and give it the bone look. But I do want to take out some of these text boxes because this is more of me doing an about Tyrion.
Nice.
Yeah, so I want to do something like that and show a picture of not only Tyrion, but me and my husband as
Right.
like we're his parents.
Yeah, we're kind of running the show. Like he's the
We're
star,
kind of
but
right.
we're the
We're like,
managers.
we're the managers. You know what I'm saying?
Totally.
So I want to do that, but in order to do that, I do have an image, but I want to go in and I'll just pick a color. Perfect. And that's another thing I love about Adobe Express.
Mm-hmm.
They pull colors, they have the main colors that are typically used, and so it's just so easy to go in and change a color, and you don't really have to go through and try to figure out which color you want unless you want to. That is an
Yeah, I
option.
think some people are very methodical. I, however, have
Uh-huh.
decision paralysis, and I'm also a colorblind artist, so it is my least
What?
favorite part about design. I hate it. I
Oh
hate
my
coloring stuff.
gosh.
It's so annoying.
Really?
Yeah. I use
That
a
makes
lot of
sense.
like hex codes and color theory, which is helpful,
Mm-hmm.
and also
Mm-hmm.
generative recolor in Illustrator has been extremely helpful. But gosh, I work
Really?
so much in print and CMYK and like physical media.
Yes.
I hate Hate doing color.
Really?
Oh
So
my
you're
gosh.
like, this is perfect. You're
Yeah.
like, yeah, let me
Give
just
me
pick whatever you.
anything to offload it. I don't
Yes.
care.
You're like, give me whatever swatch you have for me.
Literally. Literally.
I love it. Oh my gosh. Now, how is that for you being, you said a color blind
Hmm.
artist?
Yeah.
How is that? How do you manage or?
I mean, I'm thankful I get a lot of help from my wife.
Hmm.
She's before she was in the picture, I did a lot of like single color, like very tonal things, like just stuff that I could see, which kind of like developed into my own art style, which is kind of fun.
Hmm.
Like it kind of
Hmm.
made itself. But even then, like I'll say this unapologetically, I steal color palettes. I steal color palettes all the time. I'll scroll through Pinterest
Yes.
and I'll go, "You're mine now."
Yeah.
You know
I
what
love
I
that.
mean? So, and
Yes.
if people want to be upset about it, like I know it's controversial, but
Yeah.
inspiration's got to come from somewhere,
No, I love
and
it.
nothing is
Oh my
original.
gosh.
So,
That part. No, honestly, there's so many times I'm listening to music and I'm like, wait, I know where that's from. And I'm just
mm-hmm,
like, oh, that's a sample. Okay.
mm-hmm,
Like, it's
mm-hmm.
crazy. So I do have an image that I want to use for this moment. This is when we first got
Great
Tyrion.
photo. Oh my
Isn't
gosh,
that so cute? That's
so
my
cute.
husband and I. Yes. But I will say I don't like the background. I kind of want to move his hand. I want to
Mm.
get rid of his hand completely, I think.
Fair.
So I'm gonna just go out of Adobe Express and I'm gonna flip to
Ooh,
Firefly. Yeah.
nice.
And number one, can we just give a hand clap to Adobe for putting everything
Yeah.
right? It, I just thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I
We
love the
love
fact
it.
that I can just flip out and flip into the different programs and it's all right there. Like, I love that.
Well,
So,
and it's nice because you're showing this kind of use case of like I think people think of uh generative things as
hmm,
very scary and aggressive, and like sometimes it
yeah.
can literally just be like I just don't want to go into Photoshop
I,
and chroma key this out and then use the clone stamp thing and then do this,
I
or like not even really
know.
wanting to open up the Photoshop app. Like this kind of eliminates that entirely. You can just come in here, grab your photo, put your
Yes.
prompt in. It's very simple,
Oh
which
my
is nice.
gosh. I think that's really what I love about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like what you were saying, it doesn't have to be such a big, scary, thing. Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
you have pictures with your family, you have pictures with your dog, your husband, your friends, whoever, you, just yourself,
Right.
and you'll be like, "Oh my God, I really don't like that background," or
Yeah.
I really don't like, I really don't like his hand right there. Like it just so something so simple,
Right.
um, but something that you want to change. And so I do like the fact that with Firefly, you can do that and it can be very quick and easy and you can generate multiple times and just figure out what you're wanting to accomplish with it. So
Mm-hmm.
I want to move his hand, get rid of his hand. So I want to do that. I'm just going to
And
change the brush size a little bit lower, a
And
little
just for the
smaller.
people that are unfamiliar with Firefly, it looks like we have like a little remove option and a similar
Yes.
brush to like a paintbrush in like Photoshop or Illustrator.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yes. And so I just did that. Let's see.
Let's see the magic.
See the magic.
Drum roll, please, in the chat. Wow.
Look,
Wow.
and it's just, where's the hand?
It's
It's
that
gone.
easy. It took like two
It's that
minutes.
easy. Yes. And I know before when I would do removing the hand manually, it's just
Mm-hmm.
like you would have to literally outline the entire hand exactly how it's shaped.
Nightmare.
And it nightmare. And in this case, the brush size that I even use, it's not even I should have honestly went smaller it before, but
Mm-hmm.
now with Firefly, I use the big brush size and it still only took away exactly what
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to take away. So I love that aspect. I want to
Ryan. Oh,
also,
sorry. Go ahead.
oh no, keep on going.
Oh, I was gonna say Ryan from the Adobe team has a very funny kind of viewpoint on prompting and like Firefly and things like that of like it's very like slam on the keyboard like accessible. Like you can kind of just be like
Yes.
do this thing and it
Yeah.
usually does a pretty good job. It's pretty intuitive, which is really nice, I feel like,
Yes,
when you're
I
like
agree.
maybe you don't necessarily want to get into the nitty-gritty of prompting, like maybe it is for like a
Hmm.
simple task or something that's more minuscule and you can use it kind of at whatever. I don't know if pace is
Yeah.
the right word, but I guess at whatever frequency. Because I understand that for some
Yeah.
people they're more comfortable than others, but like you know, it's accessible in a sense like that.
I love that about it, honestly, because yeah, I just love how even the little things.
Mm-hmm.
And for example, I could see when my husband is like, "Oh, I love this picture, but I just don't like that background. I just wish
Right.
it was cleaner." It's little simple things like that that it's nice to just go in and say, "Okay, like, can you remove that? Can you fill this?" Little stuff like that. So I don't know. I just really enjoy Firefly and how it's just the simple things that you can do
Mm-hmm.
with it that actually, for people who are not on the creative side, but just have images of family and friends, it's nice you can just use simple things like that. So,
100%.
yeah. So at this point, what am I trying to do? I just kind of want to see what happens here.
Do a little experimenting.
Yeah, I'm just gonna experiment a little bit. And I don't know, maybe I'll just like, do I want more trees? Do I want just more nature?
Hmm.
Let's see.
Computer, make more nature.
Oh, wow. It's like
Okay.
it almost looks like an attic, almost like a
A
bridge.
little bit, yeah.
I kind
Maybe
of like that.
it's getting the like taken over by nature vibe a little bit, which is kind of
Yes,
funny.
it is. It is. It is. I kind of like it though, because before I had the power lines in the
Yeah.
back, which, I kind of don't want to show that.
Yeah, fair.
So I kind of like how what has been done so far.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, but like, let's try out a prompt. I don't know. Let's just say.
Going crazy, throwing something in.
Look, make background be, I kind of want a clean background and maybe inside of a house.
Okay. That'll be interesting to see. Also, I
Let's see
figured
what
I'd
it
let
says.
you know we're about halfway
Yes.
through, maybe
Okay.
25-ish minutes. Still got
Okay.
plenty of time.
Perfect. Perfect. So let's see what happens. And then if not, I love the fact that you can always go back to kind of
Yeah.
whatever was made. So let's see. It's thinking, and if it's thinking too long, my internet, who knows?
Ah, it's part of it, right? It's when
It is.
even the like Firefly gets stage fright. Like that is just the nature of the
Yes,
beast when it comes to these live streams. As
it
soon as it
is.
works the night before, whoa,
I love
wow,
everyone. Do we
that's
love?
crazy.
Isn't that so crazy? Like, okay,
Wow,
we're gonna download this because
it is.
I absolutely love that.
I feel like every time I
Yeah.
see people use Firefly, it improves more and more. Which I think is
Yes.
very funny because it's like I already feel like Firefly's in a pretty good spot, but like
Mm-hmm.
I would say like 6 months ago, I don't know if Firefly had the power for that just yet.
Yeah.
Like Firefly
Yeah.
4, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
But the five, like,
Mm-hmm.
look, it went from what it was to, and I'll show you guys the original, but it went from the original to what it is now.
It
That's
matched the color, the
the
lighting, like it
color, the
feels very natural.
lighting. It does. And that's what you want, when
Mm-hmm.
you're creating a pitch deck or a portfolio, you want it to really match, at least for me, the original photo.
Mm-hmm.
I want it to still be what I need it to be, but just, enhance it just a little bit.
Yeah, the
Just a little
consistency
bit.
is very important in those cases, I would say.
Yes. Okay, let me see if I could even find it. Let me see.
I'm just gonna swap to our faces real quick just so people don't have to see
Thank you.
your desktop.
Yes.
We respect privacy, listen,
Thank
and we never
you.
know. So
Look, okay. Let me just open it up so I can find
Lord
it that
knows
way.
that the one time I'm streaming on my own and I'm like, "Oh yeah, here's my social security number, my tax
And
information, my everything."
I know, whole thing, whole life on blast.
Literally.
Okay, so here is the original right next to it. And
Very,
then
very
here's
nice.
what isn't that so nice?
It adjusted the color on you guys as well, I think. Like the lighting on you
It
guys a little bit, didn't it? It
did.
made it a little
It
softer.
did. It did. It made it a little softer. I love like you guys.
Some next
Firefly.
level.
Oh my God, next level. So I'm gonna delete this one. And we're just gonna use this one. I love it because it has Tyrion in it and it has, his parents in it, but it also has such a clean background and there's
Mm-hmm.
no distractions. I love the template that they already had. So the template has more of the curve and the roundness in the corners. So
Mm-hmm.
I want to continue that. So I'm just going to go down to um, the edit in the corners and
I
then
love this
just
feature. I love this
scroll. Me
feature so
too. Oh
much.
my gosh.
I use it too much.
Me too. I love a curved corner.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a
There's
curved corner.
only one thing I ask, and listen, Adobe overlords, if you're listening, this is my one request.
Yes.
Please add strokes to images in Firefly or in Express. Please.
Yes.
Because I have
Oh
to
my
export
God.
out of Express into Illustrator, back into Express. You know what? Honestly, I'm probably cooking myself right now. There probably is a way, and I'm embarrassing myself.
Right. They're like,
So
there, you could already do
it's
that
been there. It's been there since the beginning, dude.
there.
Come on.
They're like, no, honestly, I do feel that Adobe programs, there's
Mm-hmm.
so many like it's just like a Pandora's box of oh my gosh, I discovered this. Oh my gosh, I like discovered that. Like you're
Mm-hmm.
like slowly but surely going through the many layers of what it all offers.
Right.
So yeah, I'm like, can it do that already? I don't know.
It's endless.
Yeah, it's endless. So at this point, you want to say something like "Welcome to Tyrion's world" and do a little bit more about Tyrion. He was born in, Tennessee,
Mm-hmm.
but raised in Georgia, where we're located. So that's a little bit about Tyrion. I'm liking how it's looking so far.
Looks like some people in the chat also think it looks great. Cody's saying looks great, and there's
Thank
always
you.
so many new features coming to Express. I can't keep up. Yeah, I
I
feel you.
know.
I
It's
feel you.
like, what is it now? Like, I love that though. They really are. I feel Adobe's are always moving with the times,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
and I would say even going before the times, and the times are like
Right.
catching up.
Very innovative.
Very innovative. That's the word right there. Very innovative.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so at this point, I want to showcase the projects that he has done. So let's get into more of
For those
that.
people tuning in late, the real projects he's been on, by the way, the real, the real ads that your dog has been a part of, which I think
He's
is so
done.
crazy. It's so cool.
It is like, y'all know me. I'm like, look, he's such a cute dog.
Yeah,
Why not? Like, why
big
wouldn't
time.
not? Oh my God, he's so cute. He's just the cutest little thing ever. So, I want to use something that he did with, let's see. Let me go through, maybe I'll upload, make sure. Oh, here's another time where I'm showing my business.
I can I can transition us back real quick. And for anyone in the chat that's seeing me have adjusting some of the frames a little bit, no, you didn't. Listen, no, you didn't see me adjust it.
You did not see that. It was not done.
Yeah.
So this is a project that he did with Dog is Human, which they do multivitamins for
Mm-hmm,
dogs.
mm-hmm.
The dogs need the vitamins too.
Great branding, by the way. That
Yeah,
company, great branding.
right. Great, great, great branding. So I think what I want to do, let me see, get rid of that.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to have the dog is human here. And then keeping with the rounded corners, I'm just going to round the corner
Love it.
a little bit.
So I'm curious, while we're working
Hmm.
through this and adding some photos and adding some uploads, does the
Yes.
does the process, this is not meant to be funny. I think I'm just giggling this morning. Does the process of applying for, like, I don't want to say opportunities, but like sponsorships for your dog, is it
Hmm.
similar to like what it would look like for like you? Like, would you like, are you cold emailing? Are you
Yeah.
like sending stuff out? You know what I mean? Like, what does that look like?
You are, a lot of times you are um tagging the brand on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
You're wanting them to know that you are alive
Mm-hmm.
and that
Mm-hmm.
you are, a person. And so essentially you pretty much are doing that. But you are doing emails,
Mm-hmm.
sending emails out. Now, sometimes that may not always work. Some emails are, they'll look at you like, okay,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
maybe not this time, but a
Right.
lot of times there are a lot of times when, as long as you try, there's a
Mm-hmm.
possibility of something.
I mean, the worst thing they can
Um,
do is say no. That is true.
yeah. And so I treat it how I treat my own work that I do.
Mm-hmm.
So just making sure, he is showing up online pretty consistently and showing the little different things that he's able to do, right? So showcasing him working with another brand just to show that he, can advertise in a
Right.
way.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and yeah, doing things like that, I think can really help to uh, stand out.
Yeah. Kind of like kind of reach a wider scope, show the potential of the dog per se.
Yes,
So,
no,
mm,
yes.
so
That's
cool.
exactly it. I know. It really is cool when you think about just kind of how far we've come
Mm-hmm.
in the creator content world and
Mm-hmm.
how even something as, little as a dog
Right.
can, make an impact with a brand is pretty fascinating. So the I do like the font that they've
Mm-hmm.
already provided for me, but I think do I want something different? I will say this, another thing I do love about Adobe Express, they already have kind of fonts there for you.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see, okay, this is what it looks like. A lot of times you kind of have to click it to
Right.
imagine what it looks like with dog is human written out, but
Mm-hmm.
they make it so easy for you to just, oh, okay, I
They
think I
put
might
the
like this a
UI
little bit
right
better.
there. They make it as
They
easy as possible. It's really
do.
nice.
They do. And I love that. So, um, the campaign for this was like a multivitamin, so dog multivitamin. And the client was Dog is Human. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna stretch this a little over because I have enough space to
Mm-hmm.
make it a little bit bigger actually.
Give it a little bit more space.
Yeah.
Nice.
Um, but yeah, it's really fun to have my dog be the client in a way,
Mm-hmm.
where it's not me all the time. So it's really really fun to do. But yeah,
I know that you kind of operate your design business as well outside of this, right? Do you ever
yes.
work with clients in this process of building out portfolios or building things out like this? Like, is this something that is not really foreign to you? I would assume not. You're doing it right now, but you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah. You mean like building it out for other creators
correct.
or
Yeah.
you know what? I don't.
Oh, okay.
That might be something I might need to get into,
You never
but
know.
you might have just done something, Jacob. I don't know. I'm like,
I mean, you're
hey.
doing very well with your client here, so you
Look,
never know.
that's true because right now my client is currently sleeping right now. So
That's so
maybe
funny.
I do need another client. Yes.
It is peak. It's peak nap time, to be fair. So,
Right,
you
right.
know.
He's like, it's 1 o'clock, Mom. What are you
Mm-hmm.
doing? So write whatever we want to write here, just
Mm-hmm.
um about what it was for. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if I want another font. I do like how they had
Yeah. Are you like a
cursive on one.
three-person font, two-person font? What is the rule that you go by?
The rule is if I love it, it's in there.
Nice. That's good. It's
But I
good to
do
not have
try to
strict
stick,
rules.
yeah, I do try to stick between like maybe three. It
Mm-hmm.
depends on what it is because I do like a breakdown of um with cursive or some type of script, and then some type of traditionally, straight and narrow
Right.
font. So I think that's what I'm kind of like looking for. I'm trying to figure out which one I like
I have
best.
a bad habit of being like, oh, it's header, subheader. It's always header, subheader. Font, smaller
Yeah.
font. And it's such a, like, boring way to decide sometimes. I'd be like, two fonts. That's it. Two
Right, you're
fonts,
like, that's all I can handle right
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
it. But I get that though, because sometimes when you're doing this, you are having to think about what a brand would like as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the interesting thing. You're like, okay, I might like a lot of fonts, but maybe for more majority people, they are pretty much like one or two. That's it.
Right,
I don't want too much.
right.
Um, so I love what I did here. And what I'm gonna just do, I love doing this all the time, is I just like to duplicate that.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, easy. Especially when you're kind of doing the same thing over and over. I just love to duplicate it and then change everything that I need to change.
It makes it easier to
Um,
keep consistent too in terms of the branding and the slides and things like that as well.
yes, yeah, it really does. So at this point, I know like the font is already what it needs to
Mm-hmm.
be and all of those things. I just need to replace the picture, the image, and what's written here. Um, but I will say I do like this as well.
It's a nice
So
layout.
yeah, it is a nice layout. So yeah, I do like that layout and I do like this layout as well. So I think as you're doing it, you want to try to figure out what you want to do, how you want to make it look.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I do want to change a little bit so that it won't be like I do like the consistency, but maybe I do want it to be a little bit different. So maybe I do want to use this one, but maybe just drag it here.
Well, that's the beauty of this too, right? Is like you can kind of
Mm-hmm.
have them side by side and flip back and forth between the two. And if
Yes.
you're kind of stuck on one or trying to decide between the other, it's really nice. I think
Yeah.
one of the
Mm-hmm.
sleeper hits when it comes to
Yeah.
Adobe Express that I love, and it's so stupid and minuscule, but I love it,
No.
is if you're fully clicked off of like all of your selections, and if you click the arrows, I
Mm-hmm.
believe it will like swipe like Instagram.
Ah.
Not like it's not like perfect, right? But I think it does like a
Yeah.
fade, and I'm like, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Now I
I
understand
love
what people are
that.
looking at.
Yeah.
It's like I'm sure some UX designer on Adobe Express was like, I'm gonna put this in. No one's gonna
Yeah.
notice.
Somebody
Well,
was
I
like,
notice.
right, right. Jacob noticed.
Yes.
Okay. Jacob did notice that. Oh my goodness. No, but that is so true. It's like, oh my gosh, this is so cool.
It's
Like,
convenient
it's so
at the very
convenient.
least.
Oh
Also,
my
we're
gosh.
encroaching the 10-minute mark, just to let you
Okay,
know. Time's been flying
perfect.
by, but you're
Oh my
crushing. You've shown us
goodness.
so much so fast.
Look,
We're
no.
almost
They
four
make it
slides deep.
so look, they make it so easy. I'm happy because I needed to do this.
Yeah,
So
yeah, fair. And now we get to see the second project that your dog has worked for.
right.
So
Exactly.
fun.
It is
Nice.
so fun. Oh my gosh. He is like, I will say this though, working with a puppy, it's like
Mm,
I do love it, but at the same time I'm like, oh my gosh, trying to get him to focus.
wrangling him. Wrangling
Wrangle
him.
him in. Yeah, so at that point I'm like, you know what? You're a dog. Be a dog, you know?
It's hard to tell a dog to lock in. You know what I mean? It's not the
Yeah, it is.
same.
It is. So I'm kind of like, he runs the show. I'm like, look,
Mm-hmm.
he wants to do that, he will do that, and that's fine. And
Mm-hmm.
but it's fun to like just have fun with it. I think that's like the majority of what I would tell someone is
I
to
fully
just
agree.
have fun with it, you know?
Mm-hmm. Also, I would love to report that the poll is still going on for dog and cat people. I don't know if you
I
remember that.
love it.
It's
Yes.
close. It's really close. Do you want to
Really?
guess what's winning right now?
I feel like cat is winning. I don't know why. I
It's
just
not. Dog is
dog,
winning by 58%, which is
my
crazy. But it's
people,
close. 58 to 42 is nuts. I'm glad
my
to see there's
people.
representation across the board,
Me
multiple animal
too.
lovers here. So,
Look, me too. Because they are really just the cutest little, like they're just so cute, you know?
precious,
They're precious.
innocent, lovely.
Yes. Lovely. Just, oh my gosh, so precious. They really are. For
Mm-hmm.
real. So he did this with the puppy snuggle. So it's like a
Okay.
little puppy snuggle,
Like
little,
stuffed
what would you
animal
call
kind
that?
of,
Stuffed
right? Yeah,
animal,
yeah.
and it has like a heartbeat in it. This is like
Oh,
one of the first
cute.
things.
That's
Yeah.
so cute.
Isn't that cute? This is one of the
Yeah.
first things that we got for him. Um, and been able to work with the brand, so that's been really cool. And it has like a little heartbeat in it, which is really nice to kind of mimic
Mm.
his mother, and so that's been fun as well. So I think I'm just gonna move this
So for
over.
these type of projects for your dog, are these like sponsorships in the sense of financially? Are they sponsorships in the sense of like with items? Like what or does it kind of vary based on the brand?
So, it ranges. So, for some of them, it is for the product.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then whether you choose to promote that or not, that's, what
Your
you can
prerogative.
do. Yeah. But then there are a lot, like for Dog is Human, that was more of a UGC, so user generated content where they send him the brand and we use it, and then we kind of give um, what would you call that?
Like feedback?
Our feedback and create images and content from that.
Okay.
So, yeah, so in that one, that is a paid opportunity. So it's really cool to kind of see both of the different worlds.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you have, being a creative, you have so many gifts.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are good at creating content and doing stuff like this in Adobe Express, where you can just simply um, create portfolios and create content for a brand,
Mm-hmm.
they're willing to pay for that. So it's
Definitely.
awesome. Yeah, it's awesome when it can be kind of something else that you can do, and it's fun to do with him. It's fun to take pictures with him and
Mm-hmm.
get him all these cool things, and so I really enjoy that.
Well, I think people need to if people take anything away from this outside of
Yeah.
this amazing workflow that you're showing us of building out this portfolio, I
Yes.
think that people should understand that
Mm-hmm.
before you go out and buy your monitor or your mouse or your microphone, at
Yes.
least DM the company. At least ask them,
Yes.
throw
That
yourself
part.
out there. You know what I mean? Cuz like there's more people
Yes.
than not that will be like, "Yeah, sure, whatever." It's no money
Yeah.
off of them, right? A multi-million dollar
Yes.
company, they don't care.
That's the
So,
That is it right there. And I think as a creative, I did not realize how important that was
Yeah.
until even doing stuff with Tyrion. It's like, oh wow, okay, just being okay to be seen
Mm-hmm.
by the public, by brands, that can change your world
Right.
and it can open up the doors to do even more fun, creative things with them. So, yes, jump out there, DM the brand, see what they say.
Yeah.
You never
Save
know, you
yourself some
know?
money, you know? Even if
Yeah.
it's a discount code, 30%. That's 30% that you get off. Less money you have to
Yes.
spend. It's very
Oh my
nice.
gosh, I know. It's so nice. And I think we don't think about that all the
No.
time. But I feel like this you have not because you asked not. So you want to
Right.
ask, see what happens and then go from there. So in this case, that was kind of like the project. But for here, I'm thinking, and I know I only have like no minutes
Got
left,
about four
but
minutes left, but you're
okay.
crushing. You're crushing.
Perfect. Let's try like to add something to this.
Yeah, this is our speed round, you know? We're
Yes,
getting
getting
some stuff
some,
down.
yes, hitting it quick. So I
Yeah.
think I do want to add some type of lift to this, like a shadow. So I think I like that. So just come over here and go to effects. There are so many effects that I just love that you can do. You can make it a little bit brighter. That actually would work better for him,
Mm-hmm.
knowing that he does have a black coat. So a lot of times I do have to lighten it up a little bit so that you can see the details in his face. So I think I do like that portrait, and then I like the shadow of the lift. I feel like that really just makes it stand out.
Definitely. It pops on the background very, very well.
Yeah, it really does. And I'm just gonna do portrait. I love the portrait. It just automatically lifted it. I was gonna change the brightness, but I love the fact that you can just click portrait and it just
Me too.
makes it brighter. Yeah, I just love that. Like that's so cool. I don't need to do it here because Adobe Firefly pretty much did they did amazing things to us, so I don't need to do anything with that, but I do want
They
to
make it
add
easy for us.
they make it so easy. And man, Justine back when she was like 15 wishes that she had this. When
Yep.
like what? Doing school projects, doing, presentations. I wish I had something like this, but
Big time.
I'm 33 now, so it's never too late.
It isn't. It isn't. I will say. And we have about 2 minutes left. So for anybody
Okay.
that might have tuned in a little bit late, do you mind kind of giving us a rundown of like what we did today, kind of how we got here?
Yeah, sure. So, I wanted to create a creator portfolio for my cockapoo puppy. He just turned 1. He's worked with some brands, so I wanted to have a creator portfolio that I can send to other brands. So this is what we created. I did use Adobe Firefly to change the background of the image to remove the hand of my husband, and it turned out fantastic. And
Mm-hmm.
then just honestly using a template that I found in Adobe Express, changing the background of it by going to look for another background to replace the background, which was super easy. And that's pretty much what we did. So I'm going to continue working on it. But I'm liking how it's looking so far.
Yeah, and maybe we can see it on your Instagram. Maybe if one of the brands watching
Yes,
this wants to reach out, could
please
be cool. Get
do.
another
Yes.
collab with Tyrion. It'd be so much fun. Well,
Yes.
thank you so much for showing us your process. Where can we
Of course.
find you after the stream? Like, where could
Sure.
we follow you?
Yeah, so you can follow me at Winnie, Winnie dot Weston, Weston, on Instagram, on TikTok, on my YouTube, I'm Winnie Weston, no period in the middle. But yeah, that's where you can find me. You can also shop my art on winnieweston.com. So come and find me, guys. I love meeting you guys and chatting and having fun. So yeah, find me.
Yes, and thank you so much, Cody, for dropping that link in the chat. There will be a couple more links in the chat to
Thank you,
all
Cody.
of Justine's social media. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you for participating and
Thank
voting on if
you.
dogs or cats are cooler. I'll be taking notes, even though I can't see the poll. But yeah,
Right.
thank you guys so much for watching, and
I
stick
love
around
it.
for more Adobe Live coming up in like 5 minutes.
Thank
Bye,
you
guys.
guys. Thank you, Jacob. Bye.